Hello and welcome to Star Citizen. My name is Evenlease, and today I want to go over a couple of very big features that are coming to 3.23 live here soon. Not yet, it's still in EPTU, but it is available for everybody to test. So if you really want to get out there, go download the EPTU, get your account transferred over, and have fun. Test away, enjoy 3.23 before it hits the live servers, and really just get used to a lot of the features that are coming with it. The two features I want to go over with today, first of all, is the new cruise control, because they've changed that up a bit. You don't just press left alt C and it just is set to where your speed's already at. More or less, it's like almost like setting a car's cruise control, right? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and hit left alt C, and then you'll see on the left side of the screen, this here has popped up right there, right where my little, mouse pointer is. And then the speed here popped up. So if I were to press left alt C again, that would all disappear. And I'm going to press it again. And as you can see, at this point, it's back on. So, and also the little circle ends up right here over the, symbol. So basically, at this point, it's on, but you have your speed set to 0. Now from here, you can choose to either press W or S, or if you have a joystick or whatnot, throttle forward, throttle backwards, and you'll see that this number here is going to change to what speed you are setting it to. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and go forward. I'm going to set it to 144 SCM, and so the ship is going to do its best to hit 144 SCM. Now, it's a little off. Maybe it's because of the atmosphere, maybe not. I don't think it is, but I'm going to go up a little higher. 264. Now I'm at 262, and it's, holding pretty close. Let me go ahead and scroll wheel all the way up here with this, and then I'm going to back it back down. I'm going to put it at 315 and see what happens here. Okay, so it's holding it pretty close to that designated speed. It's not right there. It's just a little off. And then I'm going to go ahead and, take that left number and bring it back all the way down to 0, and then there we go. You have to be very careful, because when you are in this setting, if you forget about it and then you start going forward and you're like, oh no, I need to stop. Like say you're landing in a hangar. I've done it already a couple times, and you forget to turn it off, and then you just keep on going. You're like, oh my God, why? So make sure you press left alt C again to turn it off. But the same goes for reverse. So now I can go ahead and do a reverse speed. So negative 378. It's going to go ahead and start going backwards, and it's going to try to match that speed that I have set there. Go ahead and put it back over to 0. That's pretty much as simple as it is. Now, you can use this in Nav Flight, Nav Quantum, or you can use it in SCM gun mode. Doesn't really matter what mode you're in. You can use this. It just depends on, which mode you're in. Depends on what speed you're able to, set it to. Outside of that, that is your new cruise control. So just make sure you hit left alt C. You'll see the square there. You'll see the regular triangle. You'll see everything in its current position. This is just your regular speed mode. So go ahead and press W, go ahead and turn it off, and it goes right back to your speed if you're coupled. So that would be your cruise control. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to if you're used to the old system. I actually really enjoy it, and for a multitude of reasons, is I can be a little bit more in control of what speed I want to set it to. Now, this symbol here is kind of like your limiter in a way. It limits to where you want to set it. So say you only want to go like here, and then you throttle up. It's only going to be able to throttle up to the max speed of what this is at. And then it'll just sit there just like that. So now if I was to scroll down, it's going to automatically adjust to where that is on screen, as you can see. And then if I scroll up, it's going to adjust again as long as it's, able to. It's going to match that position. Now you could, that's one viable way of using it, but typically I just use the, I put this at max, and then I just use S and W to kind of set what my speed is, and it'll match that. It's beautiful. I love it. I have a lot of fun using this, just when I need to set my course and drift off for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and we'll move into the next thing really quick. The next thing I want to talk about, and this one I've kind of already hit a couple times, but I want to go over it again just because this update's getting closer and closer to that live release, so this is going to be the biggest change of them all, and that's Master Modes. It's very hit and miss with people. Some people hate it, some people don't mind it, some people love it. I personally love it. I think it's a great addition. I feel more immersed, honestly, than I did prior because I'm having to do just a little bit more to make this, you know, multi-million-dollar spaceship actually work and do what I want it to do, right? Without physicalizing buttons and making it a painstaking task. So, really quick, I kind of want to go over shields, no shields, and why it really, truly doesn't matter in a way, because I understand a lot of people are concerned about not having shields just because of environmental hazards like debris and stuff like that. But in all cases, in all honesty, shields in this game never really stopped physical things from going through and hitting your ship. So it's not like it would have stopped that in the first place. Shields were more for energy weapons and that sort of thing. So it took some of the damage away from physical, you know, bullets and stuff, but it's not like it's going to prevent it at all. And I do not think that CIG is planning to make micro asteroids that puncture your hull the size of a needle or a pin drop. I don't think they're going to do that. And I don't, you know, think that's going to be a part of the equation in this game. It would just be very unfun to be flying around whether you have shields or not and to constantly have to run around your ship patching holes. Even though the concept sounds cool, it just wouldn't be cool. It wouldn't be fun. Engineering mode's already going to be complicated. I wouldn't have to have... Anytime you have a pressurized room or something, you're always having to fix things like that. So, of course, this is just my personal opinion. I do not know what CIG's plans are, but I just don't know who would find that fun, honestly. You know, having to run around your ship, if it's a ship with an interior, and patching holes all the time, even if you had shields, right? Because it would just go through the shields and still hit your ship. It didn't stop, you know, physical projectiles from going through. Those always penetrated shields. It always caused damage to your ship. Even if it was, you know, negated a little bit due to the shields, it wasn't a big thing. So that discussion, I feel, is tiresome. It's kind of like, because it's so easy to get into shield mode, and I'm going to show you right now, actually, because the whole point of this discussion is not to just give you my opinion on the whole matter of shield, no shield, which I get it. It's just an opinion, and that's okay. You know, if you don't agree, that's fine. I just don't think CIG is going to get that complicated. It'd be a very unfun experience, right? If people already hate the fact the ships are slowing down because of master modes, I couldn't imagine what it would be like to constantly have to leave your pilot seat to fix the hole in your ship creating a vacuum, right? Let me go ahead and engage engines, and this is pretty much what it's like when you first get in your ship. So if you're new, if you're not new, if you're just really new to, you know, master modes and all that, you're going to start off here in SCM guns mode, typically, unless you've left your ship prior in a different mode. At that point, that means your shields are active, your weapons are active, you're good to go for a fight. What I would suggest doing anytime before takeoff, if you're not in a hostile environment, press and hold B, and that's going to switch you over to Nav Quantum. The reason why I say this is because now you can move at the fastest speeds that your ship is capable of doing. So before you even take off from your hangar and you need to request the hangar doors to open, do that. It's going to save you some time. If there is somebody looking to jump you, you're going to have the advantage because now you're able to shoot out of there at 1,000 meters a second compared to that guy being stuck at 200. You know what I mean? So there's a big speed difference there, and you'll be able to instantly, or well, almost instantly, once you align that drive to your target, jump away. So for safety, always do that. Now, I'm going to show you just how quick it is to get my shields back if there was, for some reason, I'm sitting here doing a video and somebody just jumps in, I'm not paying attention, and then I hear a lock-on signal. It's as simple as hitting and holding B, and right there, I'm completely active. My shields are back at 100% right now, and my weapons are online. And even before they hit 100%, I still had shields. It might have not been full power, but unless this guy is Houdini and he showed up at only 1,000 meters away, he probably is just beginning the engagement. I get it. There are ships out there that are stealthy and could probably jump up on you a lot closer. But you still have a very quick option to get your shields back online and it not become too big of a problem. They made the transfer very smooth. And the same goes, like, if you're swapping into nav mode and you're like, oh crap, someone's there, you can just hit B and swap right back. There is no real big punishment to the nav mode swap. But what this does allow you to do is it allows you to separate civilian to a fighter, right? Or, you know, someone just doing a regular day job to someone that's constantly looking for a fight. It really puts that separation out there, because now you never really have to be in SCM gun mode unless you're in a hostile environment or you're in an area that doesn't have protection. So, you know, it could potentially become hostile. Or if you're leaving certain areas, you know what I mean? You could just stay in nav mode the entire experience of your gameplay as long as you're not worried about that threat, which 99% of the time you really aren't, unless you got some bad luck. Just like others have mentioned, you don't see combat too often in this game, and there are those days where you get a server where there's a lot of trolls and stuff, but you can still avoid them. There's so many places here that nobody can ever find you, and it's great. So while you're in SCM gun mode, you can hit middle mouse button, and that'll switch over to your missiles. Middle mouse button again, and this switch over to a scanner. I'll be honest with you, I hate this. I hope they remove the scanner from SCM gun mode. It just doesn't, personally, it doesn't make sense. Like, if I want to scan something, I won't go over to nav mode. Maybe they can just make it a different button to get to the scanner. Don't remove it from SCM, but just make that one a individual keybind. It should not be a part of the middle mouse button function, just because now I'm taken away from combat if I'm in that situation. I used a few missiles. I need to get back to my guns. Why am I in this, right? Hit middle mouse button again. You're back in guns. You're good to go. Shoot away. Now, if you swap over to nav mode, you're in what's called nav quantum. So at this point, your drive is spooled. You're not aligned to anything. But if I were to go ahead and take off, raise my landing gear, and look around, you'll see symbols pop up, typically, of places you can jump to. So let me go ahead and look around here. So like that, all those red symbols, once I get high enough, I should be able to jump to them as long as I'm not obstructed. Like that, they just turned blue. So at that point, you can go ahead and align, wait for the whole drive to spool, and take off. It's pretty straightforward. It's just like using the quantum drive prior. Now, if you want to just be flying around and you hate the fact that these symbols are all over your screen, it's very simple. Just go ahead and click the middle mouse button, just like you did with SCM gun mode. Now you're in nav flight mode. And yes, a couple videos ago I called it nav FTF, faster than light. And I was like, wait a minute, that's FTL, not FLT. So I get it. But yes, once you're in nav flight, you don't have to worry about any of those annoying symbols. You can just fly at your max potential speed, and you're good to go. Hit that again, you're in nav scan mode. So again, it's another scan mode. Put onto the middle mouse button. This one, I guess, isn't as big of a deal as nav, you know, as a SCM, because when you're in SCM and you're just trying to shoot missiles, you don't want to have to get stuck in that mode. But it's there, so you can scan rocks or whatever you need to with that. Now, once you're in nav flight, you're good to go. You can fly around, do what you need to do. Just make sure you know, and this is just one of the things for people that are used to playing this game for a long period of time, is learning when to swap back to SCM gun mode. Because the biggest debate here is, well, I don't have shields, I'm going to get killed really easily. There's potential for that if you forget and you're a dummy and you just don't remember that you're entering an area that could potentially have targets that are going to kill you, right? Anytime you go anywhere that isn't a secure location and you're getting close to it, it's always best to go into SCM gun mode, just so you have that shield up. So it's all about just retraining our muscle memory here, because muscle memory in Star Citizen is we're flying as fast as possible, we have full shields, we have guns, we have everything at our advantage, and it's just one click hit, you're good to go, right? But now you have to actually, there's a little bit more to it. It's now got to be a fine-oiled machine to remember when you need it, when you don't. So retrain your memory, retrain your muscle memory, everything. Learn that you're going to have to go to SCM gun mode when you're in a potentially hazardous area, and you'll have a great time with it. It's fantastic. Now, that would be all your navigation modes. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple, but it's going to take some time to get used to if you're not a part of the patch cycle for the last few weeks. It's going to take a little bit of time, but you'll get a hang of it pretty quick. Alright, the last thing I want to touch on before I end this video is precision targeting. This is new to 3.23, and it's where if you're in a fight, you press left alt right click and it'll bring up a scope of sorts while in your spacecraft. What this allows you to do is target individual systems on a ship. So you'll see here when I get to this fight, I'll turn it on and we'll see what we can see. Usually it highlights things, engines, power sources, turrets, anything like that, they're going to be highlighted, which allows you to target it a lot more directly so you don't destroy the ship if you don't want to. This feature is in. I know it's going to get better and better the more they release things like engineering and stuff, but at this point you can still take out engines and stuff using this mode. So we're within 10 kilometers now. I'm going to swap over to SCM gun mode once I am within about 5. Not too worried about getting attacked just yet. Hopefully this guy isn't in a rock. Kind of looks like he is. Oh, he's right here. He's going to fly into that rock, isn't he? I think he is. He's about to fly right into that thing. Hey, we get a first-hand experience of watching an AI just smash right into a rock. Unless he's on the other side of it. Am I losing it? Oh, is he coming right at me? Oh, okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and enter that precision targeting, which I just did. Now, when looking at this target, as you'll see... Oh, I gotta get over to it. It's much faster than me. This one, it's kind of hard to see because it's such a small target, but I'm gonna go ahead and start engaging. Ooh, just took out his wings. It kind of auto-aims for you a little bit because of the fact that you are so zoomed in, you really can't see the pip. So you just got to aim right at the target, and it should correct it for you. This guy is just taking forever. It also slows down your rate of fire, as you can see here. I'm not just in like a slow motion, it's actually slowed it down a bit. Oh, see that red highlight there? Now you can see the highlight of the engines and the power source. That's what I would be targeting if I want to go ahead and wipe out that ship's systems. I'm engaging the wrong ship. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate. Oh, there he is. Oh, man, it's hard to use this in such a big ship. And in comparison, this is a big ship.
Forward proximity alert.
And you can see my current velocity on the left side of the screen. I think this guy ran out of ammo or something. Why isn't he engaged? Oh, he doesn't have any guns. I'm like, why doesn't he? Honestly, it's kind of pointless using this in against such a small target. I feel like I'm not doing nearly as much as I could if I was in a bigger target. Or going against a bigger target. Die. There we go. So he's done for. Let me switch over to the other target and see what that looks like. So it kind of zooms in for you. And then you'll see red boxes and whatnot of where you need to be aiming to take out systems. It's like right here, his engines are red. So if I go ahead and move in on him, see if I can disable him here. So now I'm just trying to aim right for the engine piece right there. I'm not in a fast ship when it comes to rotation. Aiming at that right there, right there. Come on, I need that engine to come off. Take out this one. Okay. He's zooming.
Forward proximity alert.
Oh.
Forward proximity alert.
He hit me.
Alert.
He hit me.
Target destroyed.
Well, he's destroyed. But like I said, he's a smaller target, so it's harder to disable, you know, those type of systems. Am I smoking? I'm going to go ahead and get out of this mode here really quick. I am smoking. Wow, I took an impact point right there, and it's blowing off smoke. That's cool. Good to see. So at this point, he's just floating in space. I can go ahead and EVA to him, which I'm going to really quick, and I'm going to make sure he's a goner. I got to turn off my... there. See, I had it in cruise control.
Proximity alert.
Alright, so he should be sitting pretty still.
Engines offline.
Let's hop out real quick. New EVA in action. Here we go. I think I only have a handgun on me, so... let's go ahead and fly over to this guy. See if he's alive. As you can see, though, I did a lot of damage here to this wing. So the precision mode does work. I did it to both. Like, I just demolished this guy. So it does work, and it is very accurate. It's just, you know, a ship like this with health pool and all that, it's just not going to do exactly what you want it to do. Oh, forgot there's no gravity. That looks dangerous. Oh, yeah, he's dead. Where'd he go? Is he hiding in the bathroom? Hello? Oh, come on. Nope, he's a goner. Okay. He must have just evaporated. Disintegrated, not evaporated. But yeah, that is precision targeting. It is quite amazing. Love it. So far you saw cruise control, nav modes, and precision targeting, as well as some of EVA 2.0. See if I can take off this guy's engine here. I'm just going to make the whole thing blow up. Ah. Okay. Oh, I... Woohoo! I took the engine off with my handgun. Woo! My primary ship over here did most of the damage. I'm sure of it. Well, thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If there's something else you'd like to see before the live launch of 3.23, hey, let me know. I want to let you know I am creating kind of a schedule of reviews for ships. I'm taking everybody's comments, and I am definitely looking into what I want to start off with. So be prepared. 3.23 hits live. I'm going to have reviews going pretty consistently, hopefully, and also other videos. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.